what's happening.
I believe we did.
It's been 5 years since the biggest movie of the year of 2019, which is none other than the masterpiece of the end of the Phase 3 of the MCU, which is none other than the Avengers Endgame, the first longest movie out of the MCU. Well, honestly guys, usually MCU do some 2-hour movies, but this film is literally like it's an MCU version of the Lord of the Rings. Why? It's because of the portal scene, which is my favorite part of the movie, which now we can spoil it now, because this film came out 5 years ago. So happy 5th anniversary to one of the best The Avengers movie ever made. Enough further ado, get your Finian's gauntlets ready, and now it's time to explore of this masterpiece movie, which is none other than The Avengers Endgame. Hello everyone, this is your good old neighbor Nick Hicks Spider-Verse and Frozen 2 and Kim Possible Fan 2001, and this time this review will not have any pictures to show in this review, and don't worry, I won't do any off topic, and yeah, sure, I'll be going off topic in this video, but honestly guys, if I show a picture in this review will be uploaded just like my Lego video, because I did my Lego video for hours on Wednesday night, and honestly, and when I edited, I did a fantastic job, like adding some music, adding some sound effects, and I really hope you really enjoyed that scream. For me, I think it's honestly one of the funniest scream I have ever did in my entire life. So thank goodness I'm going to do that from now on, because it's just, because honestly, it just sounds funny. It just sounds comedy gold right here. So honestly, guys, I'm a way better comedian than the 1 year old who hate Frozen 2 or even Across the Spider-Verse. You know, honestly, guys, you know what I'm talking about. I don't want to say his name because this is really a positive review, because I don't want to talk about that YouTuber ever again. Don't worry, I promise. Crush my heart, I promise. Crush my heart. Sorry, guys, so today, this is a big one. This is a type of redo review I really want to do it for a very long time, because I do remember reviewing this movie after 5 years ago, because I do remember back in 5 years when I saw this film on the Disney Cruise Line with Marcus and his kids, and honestly, and after I watched it, it was the best experience I have ever did in the Disney Cruise Line, because no other experience will be that good as me seeing the Avengers Endgame on the cruise ship. Yeah, that's right, I saw this film on the cruise ship, so yeah. Sorry guys, so today I am doing a redo review on the biggest MCU movie ever made, and more I think about this film, I just seriously thinking I think this film is even better than the Guardian of the Galaxy Volume 3. No offense to Guardian of the Galaxy Volume 3, I love that movie so much, but the Avengers Endgame will forever be the best out of the MCU movie, and this is a perfect way to end of the Phase 3 of the MCU. Honestly, let's hope Deadpool and Wolverine will get that same experience just like this film, because honestly, do you guys miss the time that Phantom Menace are not too harsh or too mean to the MCU, and they always impersonate? And yeah, sure, we got Captain Marvel, and yeah, sure, we got Phantom Menace back in 5 years ago. We really did not like Captain Marvel, and which included me. I do not like Captain Marvel, the first film, but the Marvel just redeemed themselves, and I think I think that film is even underrated than in Eternals because I think honestly, and now I think the Marvel is the most underrated movie out of the MCU. So MCU deserve love again because I really miss honestly I really miss the time that MCU is. Sorry guys, it's just sorry about the guy. It's just mad. It's just magic. Just keep requesting me some 2021. Right, come on, this is 2024, not 2021. Anyway, let's get back what I'm talking about because I'm sorry about the text. Anyway, back I was saying. Sorry guys. Do you miss a time back in 5 years ago that everyone, and yeah, sure, we got some of the knucklehead think the Avengers Endgame is a piece of crap. Like, how in the world this film is a piece of crap? Do you honestly think that this film is even worse than Iron Man 2? I highly recommend you, however, you go outside and touch grass because there was no way in the right mind that this film is even worse than Iron Man 2, The Incredible Hulk, or even some of the boring 2 Thor movie, which honestly, I would watch those Thor movie any day to watch Love and Trash, which I really hate that freaking movie, so yeah. Sorry guys, so today I am doing a redo review on the movie that turned 5 years old, so happy 5th anniversary to this masterpiece, which is none other than the Avengers Endgame, the 4th and final installment of the Avengers saga. Anyway, enough further ado, let's get this review started, shall we? Sorry guys, my thought on the Avengers Infinity War, which I'm gonna do that review tomorrow morning. I love that film. That film is honestly one of the best third installment film ever made because that film have everything on the table. Like great story, great characters, great action, great visual effects. Thanos is honestly one of the best MCU villain ever, and I think honestly, guy, more I think about Thanos, honestly, guy, I'm now, honestly, guy, I'm saying that Thanos is even better than Scarlet Witch, aka Wanda from Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. I love Wanda, but I think Thanos is way more threatening villain than Wanda because Wanda is like it's like an MCU villain of the Evil Dead because it's from the director who made the Spider-Man movie, which is Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man movie, which I love that movie. And they made some Evil Dead movie. No people. I'm not counting the newer or no people. I'm not counting a newer Evil Dead. I'm talking about the older Evil Dead that directed by the same guy that he did Doctor Strange 2 or even the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies. So after we heard the news that we are getting another The Avengers film, it's going to be the biggest movie of the year. The biggest movie event ever since the Lord of the Rings: Return of the King. And you know I really love that film. That film is honestly one of my number 6 best film of all time because that film changed the Oscars, changed the Academy Award. But Oppenheimer is such a masterpiece. I love that film. But anyway, and honestly, guys, this is a type of film that I really need to see it in theaters. But not until I saw a bunch of spoiler and people. One lesson is do not, I repeat, do not, for the living God, post a spoiler video about any of the blockbuster film because it can shows that you don't want people to see it in theaters because honestly guys, even this film is a masterpiece, but honestly, I have to tell one of the most idiotic thing that people ever did, and honestly, guys, it feel like that this war is so stupid. But anyway, honestly, guys, I just heard the news that some of the guy have audacity to give a fake spoiler and say Hulk die, but they literally do that in the movie theaters. When he goes to the cashier and ask them, and honestly, and tell them Hulk died in the Avengers Endgame. I'm sorry, what? You don't do that. What's wrong with you? Why would you do that? That is the worst thing about the excitement about this film. Even this film is such a masterpiece and such a blockbuster film, but that doesn't mean you have to give a fake spoiler of the death scene. Yeah, anyway, honestly, that's why Deadpool and Wolverine will have a no spoiler wall, because I'm getting honestly guys, is this just me? Is it just me, or is it just me, or is just some people just giving fake spoiler, which is not even funny at all? Like saying Hulk died, that is really disrespectful, and why would you do that? So, why would you do that to your people? Come on now, just what people excited for this film. Don't give fake spoiler, and don't tell them to see this. I'm sorry, and don't tell them to not to see this film. They can decide to see the film what the heck they want. But everyone, and honestly, instead of me, saw the Avengers Endgame. I almost called Infinity War for a second, but that's my next review tomorrow morning. But after this, I had to do request. Yeah. Sorry guys. So after I watched this film, after 5 years since I watched this film on the cruise ship, honestly guys, I watched this film at night. I watched this film on the nighttime at the Disney Cruise Line at the screening of the Avengers Endgame with Marcus and his kids. So after I watched this film, I gotta say, this is the best way to end of the Phase 3 of the MCU. But I think Phase 3 is gonna come bad because honestly, I think Phase 4, even I enjoy Phase 4, but some of the people being too harsh and call it one of the worst phase ever. Like, have you never seen some of the MCU movie that has some terrible storyline, like Thor 4, or even Iron Man 2, or even Captain Marvel 1, or even some of the two boring Thor movie? Yeah, that's what I thought. So nope, Phase 4 is not the worst. Just give them time. And Phase 5 just literally got canceled because of Quantumania bomb of the box office, which I just feel bad for that film, because that film did not deserve that kind of bomb. And don't worry, I didn't show a picture of it, or else we're going to be here all day with you, gentlemen. But back I was saying, without this film, superhero movie won't be the same. Just like Across the Spider-Verse, or even No Way Home, or even the Guardian of the Galaxy Volume 3. But I gotta say, I think this film is even better than Spider-Man No Way Home, the Avengers Infinity War, or even way better than Guardian of the Galaxy Volume 3. And it's way better than terrible MCU movie, which is none than Thor: Love and Thunder. I'm sorry, more like Thor: Love and Trash, because that film was a waste potential, because originally that film is going to honestly, it's going to have a dark tone, but they turn it into like a freaking comedy. Like, honestly, that is even disrespectful of what Michael Bay did back in 11 years ago, which today is the 11th anniversary of Pain and Gain, which I haven't seen Pain and Gain, but I heard that film's a piece of crap. So I kind of sound like a broken record, because I did say it in my Ninja Turtle videos. So if you haven't seen that video, I recommend you check it out. It's very good. But like I said, I think this film is even better than Joker 2019. And now I think this film is the second best film of 2019. But no way in heck that this film is the number one, because Frozen 2 will forever be the best film of 2019. Because without Frozen 2, this YouTube channel won't be the same. Won't be the same without Across the Spider-Verse, Frozen 2, Kim Possible, or even Oppenheimer, or even the Avengers Endgame, like this film right here. And now, I think this film is even better than Guardian of the Galaxy, because I think this film is it's the seventh best film of all time, because this film was very incredible, very amazing, very emotional, and this is going to be a longer review. So if you can't stand this longer review, I highly recommend you go watch my Lego video. At least my Lego video, even, you know what, that video was even longer, but anyway. But if I have time today, maybe I would decide to do a Lego video by myself, because I'm planning to go and do a video about James and Anna Possible love story, which is going to be the origin story without Kim and Juan, Draken, and even Shigo, because those characters do not owned by me, because those characters is owned by Preston, because Preston built a Kim Possible character set, so that's his Lego. So Anna and James, That's my Lego. I own them. So yeah, I own them. I own them. So yeah. And do I have any flaws about this film? Well, not. But this is not really a flaw. I don't think Casey Lange is attractive in this film. She does not look anything like a teenage version of Casey Lange. Thank goodness the Lord that Kevin Feige and the MCU decided to recast and get a girl that she's from Freaky to be as a new Kate Lange. And they should, and honestly, and I do agree with Grain the Cat. They should have done that in the beginning. Why in the world enough in the bud that you give the unknown actress to play a teenage version of Kate Lange? Yeah, honestly, guy, I don't think this version of Kate Lange is attractive. She's just, honestly, guy, I'm not gonna say she's ugly, which, and honestly, and some people is really not nice. So I'm not trying to be like that anymore. So yeah, honestly, guy, and that is a tiny fault, but that's not really a fault. Even this phone's gonna get 10 out of 10, but don't worry. But I was just saying that this version that we got for Kate and Lange, thank goodness the Lord that MCU, and thank goodness the Lord when Ant-Man Quantumania came out, and they decided to recast Kate and Lange and get a girl that she's from Freaky, which is a fantastic Blumhouse movie. I recommend you watch it. That film is a masterpiece. I don't understand why I used to hate that film because of the gore and blood. Like honestly, a lot of horror movie has some blood and gore, so I need to move the frick on from that. I'm very sorry I say cuss word for a second, but honestly, like frick, it's not really a bad word, and people need to stop saying that word is a bad word. Which kind of society we live in? The society is so idiotic and so stupid. Use your common sense. Anyway. Enough of the let's talk about how good this film is and give this film like a highest rating for the MCU. The story is the best storytelling for the MCU because this film has some fantastic written story and fantastic character development because this film honestly this is how you do a fantastic fourth installment because take note some of the fourth installment because some of the fourth installment don't want to use their character development because look at the character development for Toy Story 4 and I'm not going to compare this film to Toy Story 4 because and yeah sure those two films came out 2019. They came out 5 years ago, but that doesn't mean they both have nothing in common because that film featuring toys and this film and yeah, sure that this film was selling some action figures, which I don't understand why some MCU like to do that because I thought MCU is really adult, but some of the kids really want to play the MCU. The MCU. I'm gonna say MCU for a second, like screw that term. Anyway. And the characters. I like every single character, like Captain America, Thor, Iron Man. I'll get the Iron Man character art in a minute. Hulk, Rocket, Nebula, and the one character I am absolutely happy and I'm really glad they redeem, which is none other than Captain Marvel, aka Carl. After the mediocre Captain Marvel, which I was not impressed of that film because I never liked that film to begin with, not ever since I watched that film for the very first time because that film was yawn. Yeah, that film was boring as heck. And honestly, and more I think about it, honestly, I just think that film is the most generic Barry Lawson movie I have ever seen in my life. Which I would have watched the Marvel, I would have watched Fast X, and I would have watched Room. No, people, I'm not talking about the Room from 2003. No, I'm talking about Room, which is the Academy Award movie that got nominated at the Academy Award for Best Actress for Barry Lawson, which she is so beautiful. All I think about her. But like I said, but Captain Marvel in this film, I really love her with the short hair, which I don't understand why some people do not like her with the short hair, which I do like her as a as a blondie hair, but I gotta say, but her in the short hair, she kind of reminds me of the one character from the one Netflix show starring Haley Steinfeld, which I just honestly I don't understand why I don't understand why I don't want to say that title, which honestly it just shows that I am so stupid these days. Anyway, and the best character art they ever did, and thank goodness the Lord. Also, and thank goodness the Lord that all these years that MCU is finally doing it, because Iron Man is the very first MCU that ever got released, which is another thing we have to talk about Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man. This is the best character art that Robert Downey Jr. ever did, because the death scene in this film, which is going to be spoiler, which yeah. Anyway, that death scene is the most saddest death scene I ever seen for the MCU. Because when I saw that death scene, I was completely in tears. And every time I watched the Iron Man funeral, which is my favorite part of the movie, which I just got really in tears when I saw that part, because that part was really sad, honestly. And I don't understand why this film got overshadowing by Joker 2019, which I really love Joker 2019, but getting nominated instead of this is just completely heartless. And honestly, it shows that the Academy Award don't even care less about the comic book. Like, have you never seen Into the Spider-Verse? You nominate Into the Spider-Verse for Best Animated Feature Film. Why not you nominate that film for Best Picture? Which it can show that Academy Award don't appreciate for superhero movie and don't count superhero movie or animation as cinema, because all they care about these drama, some of the black stereotype movie and based on real life. They always care about they don't think superhero movie or even animation is cinema, which that is total nonsense and that is total bullcrap, because I'm getting sick and tired that comic book genre or even the animation genre is getting treated like dirt. So yeah. And the best villain of the MCU, which is none other than Thanos. Oh, Thanos, oh, Thanos. George Bush, this is honestly one of your best war that you ever did since since your characters from Men in Black 3, which honestly, I didn't even know that he was in the Men in Black movie, but after we watched that film, and honestly, guys, that was really cool. That was really cool. But him as Thanos, this is the best villain of the MCU. This villain is even better than Gold the God Butchers, which, oh my god, I hate that villain. More I think about him, and more he just think, and more that honestly, and more I just think that honestly, I just seriously thinking that Gold the God Butchers should have been a serious character, not a comedian like Christian Bale, or not comedian. Oh my god. The direction of Thor 4 was completely garbage. Anyway, let's get back to this film. But anyway, this film has some reference to Fortnite. Even I really did not like Fortnite, because I don't care less about Fortnite. But honestly, guys, I heard the news that they were making the Lego Fortnite, which I might play it because I'm a huge fan of Lego. Lego is my favorite toy ever. So I might decided to play a Lego Fortnite on the PlayStation 5 or even Nintendo Switch, which honestly I heard so many great review on the Lego Fortnite. So let's hope it will be a way better than the actual game, because at least the Lego Fortnite don't correct your V-Bucks, which spending $20 or even $2,000 for V-Bucks. Come on, kid. You're supposed to have that money for your dream job, for your house, for your roof on your head. Like, spending money over V-Bucks, and can show that you have washed your freaking mind, kid. You have washed your mind. Anyway, and honestly, guys, I do understand why Ant-Man was not even in the Avengers Infinity War, which he was originally going to be in that, but he honestly, guys, Anyway, he was completely busy with his production for Ant-Man Laram, aka Ant-Man 2, which is the funniest MCU movie of 2019, which I think that film is even funnier, to be honest. But anyway. And the action scene. The action scene is absolutely incredible. One of the best action scene for the every single MCU. But the best action scene ever, no people, it's not Captain America versus Thanos, which that part was really in one part, and that's it. You won't see that again, because you see Captain America, using his Captain America shield and using Thor hammers to beat the crap out of the Thanos. Which there was one part of the movie that honestly it has to be one of the best slow mo ever, because I think that scene with the slow mo when Captain America completely slam Thanos with the Thor hammer is even better than every single action scene of the boring Weather Moon movie, which I don't understand why Zack Snyder is so upsetting to do a slow-mo. Like, how many times I have to tell you, Zack Snyder? We're not in 2007. We're in 2024, not 2007. It can show that Zack Snyder is sticking to his past, don't want to go back in 2024. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, and there's some of the character death scene, which I don't understand why Harry Thomas Pictures do not like Black Widow death scene, which that death scene was really sad, honestly, because there was a one part that Black Widow and Hawkeye completely fighting over a stone. So who will be jumping off? Which I gotta say, the Red Skull should have get the Red Stone and give it to them. Why do we have to have Black Widow to get the stone? Like, honestly, guys, I probably remember back then, 6 years ago, because honestly, guys, it's been 6 years since the Avengers Infinity War come out, so stay tuned for my review of that. It's going to be even longer than this one. But like I said, there was a one scene in the film that Black Widow completely jump up the I cannot say clip because it was really insulting. Anyway, let's get back to what I'm talking about. Anyway, there was one scene that Black Widow died. Yup, that's right. We had Black Widow die. It was really sad, honestly, and I was completely in tears because every single scene they do so emotional. I gotta say, but it was very emotional. I was really sad that Black Widow died, but I don't understand why that Harry Thomas Pictures are not a fan of female character death scene. Which, honestly, guys, I almost going to say Blood of Honey, which I don't want to talk about that freaking movie ever again. And don't you ever in your life show me another death scene about the girl losing her eyeball from Blood of Honey when she got ran over by a car. I do not want to see that ever again. I don't understand why pop culture community, keep showing me that scene. How many times I have to tell you? I'm not watching that movie. I'm not watching that scene. I didn't say the Edward. I'm sorry. I didn't say the Edward. I didn't say the A word, so don't worry. Are you jumping? Don't worry. Honestly, guys, I think this film is literally like a 3 hour long. Yep, that's right. This film is literally a 3 hour long. I gotta say, but this is the longest movie of 2019. Because this film is even longer than Frozen 2, Joker, or heck, How to Train Your Dragon 3, or even Night Owl, or even Ready or Not, or even Spider-Man Far From Home, because this film is the longest runtime. Because honestly, guys, this film is it's the third best 3 hour film ever made. Next to The Lord of the Rings and Return of the King, or even the masterpiece history movie, which is none than Oppenheimer. But my favorite part of the movie, which is none than the portal scene, where all the MCU characters, like Guardians of the Galaxy characters, or even some of the Thor characters, or even Doctor Strange and his henchman characters, or even or even Thanos henchman. And honestly, guys, and when Captain America say, "The Avengers assemble," that is the best line that Chris Evans ever said. Because that line, I might use that one. Honestly, don't worry, Chris Evans. I might use that line for the YouTube movie, because I decided to make a YouTube movie as the Avengers event movie, to be honest, because I want to make the YouTube movie as a YouTuber creator versus Troll Band Together fan 2001 Henchman. Ah, man, I completely say his name. God darn it. Oh, man. Like breaking my promise, am I right? Am I right? Anyway, there was one scene that Steve Roger dancing Peggy. Captain Carter. Honestly, what's called Captain Carter, because she's Captain Carter in the MCU. So what's called Carter? There was one scene when Steve and Carter dancing of the one song So it's been a long, long time. You didn't respect that song, that the older song will play play in the blockbuster film. I was completely shocked and speechless that they decided to put a classic song in this movie like this. That is really cool right here. And honestly, I am so glad that Luigi Gamey really loved this film. Even he kind of liked the Avengers Infinity War, but not so much because of the character death scene. Every single character has some death scene. Like, come on, have you never seen Frozen 2? Frozen 2 have the two death scene, which is Elsa and Olaf. Honestly, guys, I'm probably some people will be chuckling of that death scene. It can show that this war is cruel. So overall, guys, the Avengers Endgame is such a masterpiece, such a homework movie for the whole fan base, and this is the end of the MCU fan base. But since the Avengers Endgame was over and since Phase 3 was over, fans and Menace have audacity to be harsh on the MCU, like trashing Phase 4, telling Kevin Feige to get fired. Like, why in the world enough about you have to say that? Like, come on, what is wrong with the fans and Menace? I might decide to do a rant on Fans and Menace, but maybe on April 28th, because that's the same. That is the same. That is the same day that I'm gonna do an anniversary of the one Kim Possible episodes, which Kim Possible episodes anniversary will be every Sunday. So yeah. Sorry guys, this is the second best film of 2019. I mean behind with Frozen 2. But this film is the second best film of the 2010 decade. And this is one of my this film is back to my favorite MCU movie. And the more I think about this film, I just think this film is even better than Guardian of the Galaxy Volume 3. And yeah, sure, even that film has some same and excitement for the Avengers Endgame. But let me tell you the difference for this film and the Volume 3. Volume 3, they upload a trailer on the Super Bowl, which it was too late because a lot of people did not talk about the Volume 3 because that trailer got overshadowed by the Flash trailer. I don't understand why that trailer got overshot. I don't understand why Volume 3 trailer, the Super Bowl trailer, got overshadowing than some of the trailer they released the Super Bowl, which is none than Fast and the Furious 10, or Indiana Jones, the Tower of the Old Man, or even The Flash. More like The Flash, because that film was comic book. I think that film is evil. I think that film is even worse than Justice League. Yeah, I'm seriously thinking that The Flash is honestly one of the worst DC movie I ever seen in my life. So I don't want to talk about that film. So screw that movie and screw Adrian Miller. So yeah. Sorry guys, this film is an epic brilliant masterpiece because this film is such a masterpiece. This film have one of the best storytelling for the MCU. This film have one of the best character development and character art because SML, take note, watch this film and make SML character to have character development, because character development is most importantly than making your character as a mean spirit. Making your character as a mean spirit did not work, Logan. So please take note for this film. This film is the best way to develop your characters, just like Across the Spider-Verse, Frozen 2, or even Kim Possible, because Kim Possible had one of the best character development for the television shows, and I think that show is even better than Velma Season 2. Thank goodness to the Lord that a lot of people really listen to me, and now people are decided on not watching Season 2. So good job, people. Good job. Thank goodness you use your common sense, and let's keep it that way, because do not give David Zazel or even Mindy the attention. And they release all the episodes, which I refuse to watch that. So yeah. Sorry guys, this film have everything on the table like a fantastic story, well-developed characters, beautiful visual effects, amazing action scene, the emotional moment. Dancing was really incredible. Some of the joke was really funny. Like this film had one of the best comedy development in this film. And honestly, I think the film is even funnier than Ant-Man 2 because this film has some funny joke like a Fortnite reference or even War Machine was talking about the killing of the baby Thanos, and when the Hawk say, okay, first of all, that is terrible. Oh my goodness, that was so funny. Honestly, that was so funny. And there was one scene when Bruce Banners was saying time travel. Oh my goodness, that scene was funny, funny, funny. And sadly, this film is the last Stan Lee cameo in the MCU cinematic universe. Rest in peace to Stan Lee. He was a very fantastic older people, and it's pretty shame that his cameo in Teen Time Go to the Movies, Wreck-It Ralph 2, or even the Avengers Endgame is the last cameo of Stan Lee. Rest in peace to Stan Lee, the most legendary comic book guy that he ever did. And without him, Spider-Man and some of the characters from the MCU won't be the same without Stan Lee. And nowadays, we don't have any of the cameo reference and Marvel movie anymore. Honestly, I got a bad feeling that Deadpool and Wolverine would not have cameo reference, and they better not make a AI version of Stan Lee, or else I'm gonna be mad. Anyway, I'm gonna give the Avengers Endgame a 10 out of 10. This is an epic brilliant masterpiece, and I'm gonna give this Infinity Gauntlet movie a seal of Nick Cage awesomeness. Sorry guys, that was my my redo movie review on the Avengers Endgame. I'm very sorry I saturating of my rating scene, which I'm very sorry, which my apology, but don't worry. Honestly, but don't worry, I won't do that ever again. Please apologize, I didn't mean to do that. And honestly guys, the main reason why I decided not to show a picture in my review, because number one, it would take an hour to edit that freaking video, and second of all, I just don't fancy doing it. And the same thing with my The Avengers Infinity War review. That review will not have any pictures when I'm gonna show when I was talking about it when I'm going out off topic, because not every video I have to do that sometimes, because number one, it's too hard. It's too much to edit that video and have some pictures when I was talking about the movie. And second of all, it's just I just don't fancy doing it. So don't count this film as don't count this video as lazy, which this video is not lazy. Like, have you never seen my one time? I got a feeling that this video is really it's seriously like it's a 40-minute video of me talking about this film. Like, well deserved, because this film is a masterpiece. So some people have a complaint about my one time. I recommend you just go outside and touch grass, because I don't want to hear you about the criticism about your one time. Screw criticism about the one time. I can make my one time for my video what the heck I want. Honestly, if I want to make a video over like a 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, or even 1 hour video, just let me do it. It's my YouTube channel. I can do what the heck I want. And honestly, guys, and you don't know anything about my wife, so just mind your business, just stay out of yours, and I don't have time with your butt. Sorry, guys, and honestly, guys, I'm very sorry. I'm just being cocky. Which I'm just getting sick and tired that some people have a complaint about my one time. Honestly, guys, I'm just getting sick and tired that people have audacity to complain. To complain about the one time. They're gonna keep saying, oh, but dude, your video is longer because you kids should not be watching this video. This video is longer. Blah, 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 blah. Shut up. Just go outside and touch grass. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, if you want to see more of this, the Avengers Endgame video, please, I highly recommend you hit the subscribe button, turn notification, and share the video with your whole family. And I forgot to mention, there was one scene when Gamora just really kicked Star-Lord. Yeah, there was a scene when Gamora kicked Star-Lord. which is Chris Pratt. And that scene was really funny as well. And there was one scene when Thor was footing on Captain Marvel. And honestly, he was like, I like this woman. We all agree, Thanos. We all Barry Lawson, Well, some people, well, not because there's some people really trash on that actress, which she's not that bad. Like, having never seen some of her Academy Award movie, which is Another in the Room. Again, I'm not talking about The Room from 2003. That is the most hilarious bad movie that friend ever watched. But I'm talking about The Room. I'm talking about The Room from 2015. I got nominated for Best Actress, which is none other than Barry Lawson. So I can see why Kevin Feige decided to cast Barry Lawson as Captain Marvel. Which Captain Marvel needs to smile, and thank goodness Lord that the Marvel have Captain Marvel smiling. Which I really want her to be a next She-Go, which if they make a Kim Possible live action film, which Disney Channel version do not count that Disney Channel version of Kim Possible of the movie that came out 5 years ago is a canon of Kim Possible, which honestly, if that happened, I'm gonna be laughing my butt off because there was no way in a monkey that Disney would be stupid that they said that Kim Possible movie for 2019, which is a live action hybrid, is a canon of Kim Possible. I'm gonna be laughing my butt off because that film looked like a huge spin in the face to one of my favorite shows of all time. So that's why I decided to not watch that piece of crap. So yeah. Sorry guys, if you enjoyed this video, if you want to see more, if you enjoyed this video, if you want to see more of this, please, I highly recommend you to hit the subscribe. Oh, wait a minute, I forgot to mention, there was one scene when Doctor Strange said, we got everyone, and Wong said, you need more? Oh my goodness, that scene was really funny, I meant to say. Because that film had one of the best comedy written for the MCU. And MCU is so gold to do comedy. Not Thor Love and Trash. That is a different story. And not even Iron Man 2. And not even Captain Marvel. I'm not talking about the Marvel. I really enjoy that film. But Captain Marvel, the first film, I do understand. I do understand. You know what? Let's end this video before this video will get a 1 hour video. Anyway, have a great night, everyone. And I see you guys next time. And stay tuned for my redo movie review on the Avengers Infinity War. And after that, I will be I will be completed for my The Avengers review. And people who ask me to do a tune style of The Avengers Endgame, well, newsflash, I ain't gonna do it. Why? It's because I've done it like 3 times. And I think 3 times is good enough. So I might upload my Media tab for my The Avengers Endgame tune style, but the only cast I'm going to be removing, which is none than Epstein Studio as Ant-Man, which I don't understand why I did that, so I might recast, and I might put Flick as the new Ant-Man, so yeah. Which I should have done, because I don't understand why Epstein Studio have to be a pleasure to be every single tune style, which thank goodness I don't have to see that ever again. Sorry guys, have a great night everyone, and I see you guys next time. And people, don't request me to do a tune style of the Avengers Endgame or even Infinity War, because I've done it like 3 times and I'm just getting sick of tired of it, because the Avengers Endgame tune style, we all agree that tune style is so darn hard to make. Is even longer than my Kim Possible tune style, or heck, my SpongeBob tune style, which don't count. I'm gonna redo the Avengers Endgame or the Avengers Infinity War. I can do some of the MCU tune style, but the Avengers Endgame and Infinity War, nah, because I've done it like 3 times, and yeah, honestly guys, I'm just getting sick of tired rehashing my tune style. Honestly guys, it's kind of mind me that Logan from the SML. It's just rehashing some of the Jeffy video or even Junior videos. So Logan, you need to get some stuff together. Sorry guys, this video is ending for real. Anyway, this is Nick Hicks, Spider-Verse, and Frozen 2, and Kim Possible Fan 2001 signing out. And you guys have a great night. And you guys, honestly guys, if you guys have a complaint about my runtime, it can show that you don't understand what longer video is. It's just me. Anyway, this is Nick Hicks. This review is signing off for now, and get ready for my The Avengers Infinity War review. It's going to be up tomorrow morning, which honestly I might film it for tomorrow morning, upload it tomorrow morning, and after that, that will be the only video I'm going to be doing, because I'm going to do one video every day. So yeah. So yeah, guys, this video is signing off for now, and you guys have a great night, and don't let the big buzz fight beat them until the black and blue. Good night. See you guys next time, and once again, adios and good night.